All right, I'm back with another quick video. In my last 4-part series, I was talking about crystals and the properties of crystals and how they were used for the rise and fall of previous civilizations, and how the previous civilizations used crystals to harness free energy, okay? I talked about quartz crystal, and quartz crystal is piezoelectric, meaning that when it is placed under physical stress or physical pressure, it can produce electricity. This is something that we were not taught about in school. We were not taught about this in biology, geology class, or in science class. But in my last video, I was talking about copper, okay? Go do some research on crystals. It's very interesting. Now, in my last video, copper, we are talking about copper and the properties. We don't want to get into superstition or religion. We want to talk simply about the science of it. It says here that copper is an essential mineral that plays a role in your bodily functions, such as making energy and maintaining your nervous and your immune system. It says copper helps the body's enzymes that are involved in making energy, maintaining your iron levels, building your connective tissue, and maintaining the chemicals and signals in your brain. So this is how important copper is. This is why you can see me wearing copper a lot of the time, okay? It can also aid in the new growth of blood vessels, such as the immune system, and it helps protect the body from molecules called free radicals. Free radicals are things that are harmful to your body. Go do some research. It says here in this article that copper was suggested as a use to sterilize wounds in the battlefield, and also to sterilize drinking water, okay? Now, in my previous video, I talked about how I ran into a farmer, okay, who said that he uses copper to run through the drinking troughs that his chickens drink out of to sterilize and clean the water, and he does not have to clean out the trough that his chickens drink out of as often, okay? This is for entertainment purposes only. This is conspiracy theory. I am not making any claims. Go do your own research. Nothing that I say is factual. I am not a medical professional. I cannot give you medical advice. This is just my opinion. I'm reading this article, okay? It says that a green powder was created from copper-bearing minerals and used during various medical procedures. Crystals and copper have been connected to the old world order, and under previous civilizations, they were highly advanced, they were highly technological, and more advanced than we are today. It says that copper is one of the most common elements. You're most likely in a room with all sorts of copper elements, besides that of plumbing, technological, and medical uses. This mineral has special healing effects. Wearing copper on your body is believed to seep. That means it goes within your body and within your pores, and it helps with arthritis, okay? I want you to go do some research on this. This is entertainment purposes. I'm not a physician. I'm just reading this article. It says here that a German physician by the name of Warner and his team developed clinical trials showing positive results of copper for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, along with neck and back problems. So, if you are a person that suffers from rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation, and problems with arthritis, this is something that you might want to experiment and check out, okay? You have nothing to lose if you already have it, except trying it out. I'm not a medical professional, okay? This is just entertainment purposes only. Go do your own research. Nothing that I say in this video is a claim of being truth. This is all conspiracy theory. They don't teach you this in school. But copper is a natural mineral or a natural element that has been around for thousands and thousands of years. How does this connect to the old world order compared to the new world order that we live under? And how does this affect our civilization today? Supposedly, underneath the old world order, they would lace copper on top of the domes of these old world buildings, and they were used to harness and pull free energy, free electricity directly from the atmosphere or the ether. Ether is the fifth element. Go do some research. It was removed from the periodic table in the late 1800s. Go look up Mendeleev's periodic table, okay? We used to harness and pull free energy directly from the atmosphere. We did not pay for electricity. Go do some research. So how does copper scientifically have to do with the old world order compared to the new world order parasites that we live under, okay? It says in this article, let's read, it says the historic significance and utilization of copper roofs, okay? Copper has been prized as a roofing material by architects for hundreds of years. Once copper changes its color from brass to its prestigious green color, okay, it becomes and it starts to harden and it becomes better and more durable. Here we have a picture of the Berlin Cathedral. This is in Berlin, okay? And you see the copper dome on there. Once it was this color, brass or brown, and then over time it weathers and it becomes a green color. What makes copper so special is that the older that it gets, it becomes more durable, okay? They did tests and found that copper roofing can last at least 1,000 years in theory. This is how we know that these old world buildings have been around for longer than they say. Now, the old world order or Tartaria was here in America and all across the United States. Let's take a look. It says here that the Macon City Auditorium, which is in Macon, Georgia, shout out to my GA people, okay, is actually the largest copper dome roof in the world, okay? Now, this is what the mainstream media will say. They will say that it was completed in 1925 and that this is a recent structure, but let's take a look at it. You see this giant copper domed building, but you see these Romanesque or Greek type pillars. This is not Greek architecture. This is not Roman architecture. This is Tartarian architecture, something that was erased from history, okay? Copper is one of the most prevalent elements in our nature, and it has been used for hundreds, if not thousands of years for the benefit of health, healing, nature, and to harness free energy in our previous civilizations, okay? This is part 2. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna drop some more heaters. I'm gonna drop some more fire. I'm gonna drop something to make you think. I'm out.